Formal name change would have to be approved by Congress. According to a White House fact sheet obtained by CBS News, the Trump administration argues that the term Department of War conveys a stronger message of readiness and resolve and reflects its unmatched power.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're spending hundreds of millions, perhaps billions of dollars to rename some more stuff. My God, this movement is so focused on what things are called. Oh, from a political movement that can't understand why someone might want a different name or whatever, might want to be clear what their pronouns are. Oh, they are so concerned about what things are called. Gulfs and universities and mountains and now departments as well. Because for some reason, Department of Defense, which has secured America and its borders and its people for decades and decades and not strong enough. We got to rename it. And if that costs billions, it's not my money. So whatever, I get Trump doesn't have to pay for it. Pete Hegseth doesn't have to pay for it. And the only thing dumber than spending billions of dollars to do this is spending billions of dollars and it's not even really renaming it. I mean, they're gonna put it up on buildings or whatever, but it's still technically gonna be the Department of Defense. It's just that Pete Hegseth wants to be tough. This former morning news guy who would talk on air about how he doesn't wash his hands or whatever. He wants to be the Secretary of War. I'm so strong or whatever. Look at me kind of do a pull-up. This is the tough guy, and we might have to spend, again, hundreds of millions, maybe billions of dollars so that he feels tough. Look, I understand wanting to feel tough. I was a nerd in high school. I'd play D&D and I wanted to be a barbarian warrior or whatever. That's what Pete Hegseth is doing. He wants a cool title written on his character sheet and he doesn't care if it bankrupts America so that he can have it. And so they're excited about this. They think this makes them look very, very cool. So they've posted hype videos like this.
We have the strongest military in the world. We have the greatest equipment in the world. We have the greatest manufacturers of equipment by far.
This name change is not just about renaming, it's about restoring. At your direction, Mr. President, the War Department is going to fight decisively, not endless conflicts. It's going to fight to win, not to lose. We're going to go on offense, not just on defense. Maximum lethality, not tepid legality. Violent effect, not politically correct. We're gonna raise up warriors, not just defenders. So this War Department, Mr. President, just like America, is back. Thank you for your leadership and your clarity. We're gonna set the tone for this country. America first, peace through strength, brought to you by the War Department.
Peace through strength, brought to you by Orville. So like, some of what he's saying, I guess, makes sense, I suppose. He says we don't need tepid legality. And we're done with that. There's no legality, there's no tepidness, there's nothing. Like, it's just whatever, we could do whatever we want. It doesn't matter if we're breaking the law. And look, I have been very critical from the very beginning, I think, of whether like any of these people put into these important positions are prepared for it. But I think that he does have a little bit of experience in this. We're not gonna just be on offense, or on defense, we're gonna be on offense, okay? So he has a lifetime of experience with that. He'll be like at a bar and he'll see a woman and the woman's not interested in him. He doesn't just play defense or whatever. He pounces on that, okay? And he brings whatever tools are necessary, roofies, whatever, allegedly. And he makes it happen, okay? And so he's been very successful. And then tepid legality, like it doesn't even matter if he assaulted someone and breaks the law. There's no legal consequences for it. And so he's bringing that same can do, even though you shouldn't do attitude to the Department of War that he used to take to crappy bars. And so that's what we've got. That is the sorry low state that America is now in, that these guys playing it being tough, playing it being warriors are in charge, and they will spend billions that we cannot afford to put into Medicaid, food stamps, dealing with the climate crisis, educating our kids, whatever, securing our elections, building up America's infrastructure, maybe actually having like trains that function. We can't have any of that stuff, but what we can have is a cool nickname for our awesome tough guys. What do you think, JR?
Yo, he's as always, he's the presentation president. It's about names. It's about the poster board he can show. And you guys see, remember the picture you have of Vladimir Putin? He's my friend. He's a presentation president. All he ever wants to do is let you know what he thinks he's supposed to look like, because he's never been anything. Everything that he's ever accomplished has been some kind of artificial creation that he's passed off and sold like a con man. But the one thing this is very symbolic of the way that this country had been. We name it the Department of Defense, so that we can fly under the cover of obvious darkness to be like, we're on defense all the time. No matter how many times we actually have been on the offense, no matter how many times we've disrupted other countries, no matter how many times we've killed tons of people, as we continue to do at the behest of Benjamin Netanyahu, as we continue to kill people, we always call it the Department of Defense. So we can be like, yo, we're just defending ourselves. But now, this is the other symbolic nature of the way that this president has done things. We're no longer gonna act like we're not a racist country. He's just gonna say straight up, yeah, we're racist. F those DEI policies. We're going after black folks, women, minorities, those dirty, filthy immigrants, all the things that they now openly are saying that has garnered so much attention from folks who are like, yes, I'm so tired of acting like I respect anyone else except for anyone who looks just like me. This guy's giving me this. They're going on the offense, and so they're changing the name to really match up with what it is that they've always wanted us to be, that before we just kind of hid. So, what was some of the stupid things he was saying? No more tepid
legality,
legality, all that stuff. Okay, so just like, okay, no more KKK, the police, like they switched that name. Okay, no more slaveholders, now private prisons. Just go ahead and open it up. Say it is what you're gonna say, because that's what they're trying to get us back to. All the way down to the very first name change. Make America great again. Let's bring us back to that horrible place that we always were, that we just covered up and put some kind of concrete on top of, and now all those weeds are growing back up through it.
Yeah, I've been excited, obviously, for when they're finally gone, one way or the other, and we get to celebrate that. But now, with how bad things are, I'm starting to get worried that I will literally die from the amount of champagne that I consume. Like, I am worried that I won't survive the transition back. It's gonna happen, but I don't know if I'll be alive.
That was my question. I was wondering where you're seeing the light, John.
It's
I
far
love your
away.
Optimism. Okay, good.
Like 800 shows in the future, or whatever, or a blood clot. But anyway, and I'm sick of like pretending that reasonable, rational, moral people should be hoping for an end to this in whatever form and however soon it can come. I think that is the moral imperative of our time. If you enjoyed that, then make sure that you never miss another video by subscribing. And if you want a little more, consider hitting the join button and becoming a member. So you're probably wondering, why would I do that? Well, when you do that, you get access to bonus content that I make every single week, and it's a lot of fun. You get custom emojis and more. If you join at tier 3, by the way, you even get access to a monthly member hangout with myself. And you'll get all that going forward, but you'll also unlock years of the back catalog that is literally 100 or more bonus clips and top 10 lists and debates and more. So what are you waiting for?